Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Clayrammage. This time I'm back with a thrift store haul. This is a thrift store I don't normally go to. I go, once every couple months. I end up in that area, so I stopped by, and it was really interesting because today I ran into another friend who's a reseller there, and she came up to me and the first thing she said was, "Don't tell people where you're getting stuff." I was like, what's this all about? And she said she went to the same store the day before, and she said there must have been 150 people waiting outside when they opened. Now that wasn't the way today, but there were a ton of people, and she said most of them were resellers, and she was like, her little honey hole has now been invaded. And I'm like, I've never told people about this store because I don't go there very often, so I don't show videos, but I just thought that was funny. But it is one of the issues with, I think, reselling and YouTubers, sharing where they're buying stuff, because there's so many people reselling nowadays. More and more people are showing up at, thrift stores to buy stuff, and makes it a little more challenging, a little more competitive, shall we say, to find stuff. And I think, in my last video, I talked about how Goodwill raised the prices at the bins, and somebody pointed out that I should be grateful that I'm supporting a charitable organization, not complain about them raising prices. And in one sense, they're absolutely right. I need to be thankful that I can find incredible values at the bins, and the prices are still really cheap. And it was funny, it was something I was thinking about even after that. I'm like, it's still really cheap. Yeah, I'm paying a little bit more for stuff, but I'm still finding incredible values. So it's okay. Just need to be grateful. So that's the lesson for the day. Be grateful. So I am very grateful for the stuff that I found today at this thrift store. It's mostly an art haul. Not high dollar stuff. But I have to say, I had a first today. You guys know I've talked about embroidery hoops and the value. Not big dollars necessarily, sometimes, but not always. But for the first time in a thrift store, I find embroidery hoops at garage sales and estate sales and stuff like that quite often, but I've never found a princess at a thrift store before, and I found one today. It was 99 cents, so it was $1. This is the Princess brand. This is a larger, usually the 5 and 6 inch hoops are the ones I get, but this one is like a 7-inch hoop, or 6.5 inch. I don't know exactly. I think I have a measuring tape here somewhere. Anyway, so yeah. So this is a little larger. This is the self-adjusting one, tension-wise. So that was exciting. And then I found this one too. This is a made in USA one with a metal center that's cork lined. It's not felt lined, but it's cork lined. This is the smaller 4-inch one, and this was 49 cents. But this one is called a Special Select. I've never heard of that one before, so I will look that up and see. But again, if nothing else, it's more worth, probably $5 to $10 is my estimate. So I'll show you the non-artwork stuff first, and then I'll show you some of the artwork. So I found this cup. This is a thermal serve mug. It's actually a McDonald's cup. See the McDonald's arches on there? It's from 1974. 74? 78. So yeah, I just thought it was really cool. It's in great shape. 49 cents. Can't beat it. McDonald's stuff is still popular. And speaking of McDonald's, look at this. I've not looked this stuff up yet, but this is a little McDonald's lunchbox. It's quite dirty, or it could just be a tote. I don't know which. Oh, it's missing the clasp. But so this was $3.99. And I did find recently a McDonald's catalog that lists all of their promotional items. And I think it went through the mid-80s, if I remember right. So even that is a vintage book, but it's great because it shows all the little toys and stuff that they were putting out through the start from the late 50s all the way up through the 80s at least. I don't know if it went into the 90s. I can't remember for sure. But anyway, I was more interested in the older ones. So I can look this up now and see when it came out, get more information on it. The other thing I found was this. It's a Starbucks coffee container. This was $1.50, which now that I have my shop, I have coffee here and I have coffee at home, and I thought this would be actually better at home than what I'm using now, which is a clear glass one. So this is from 2008, but I'll look it up and see if it's valuable. If it's got some decent value to it, $15 or more, then I'll probably sell it. But I didn't, but I knew I could at least use it. And then found a mermaid. It's a little mermaid hook for your bathroom. And this one says the Painted Fish, Florida. So it's probably a souvenir piece, but mermaid stuff sells well. Obviously this one's not the highest of quality, but you know, probably $10, $15 I could get for this at the Pink Elephant. That's where I sell most of my mermaid stuff because it sells well there. Then I also found this. It's a Pyrex dish, and I haven't looked. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, that's a small pie dish, which like this it is, and that's where you can read the name is facing up. But if you turn it this way, it can be a lid to a dish. So I wasn't exactly sure whether it's a lid or a pie dish. Maybe both. I'll have to look up the numbers and see what it says. But I paid 49 cents for it. And if it is a lid, lids are always in demand for Pyrex stuff. But there's no chips or cracks or anything on it, so that's why I got it. Okay, now we're going to get into the artwork. This one, I broke the glass on it. I dropped it when I was looking at the embroidery hoops. Bad clay. But I bought it anyway because I love the picture in it. And I have glass I can replace that with easy enough. So, but it's a nice vintage frame with a really nice, it looks like a Coke advertisement. Yeah, it's Coca-Cola Coke advertisement. So that'll be good for down at the Pink Elephant. And then I just thought this picture was adorable. With the bonnet girl and the old telephone. It says the sunbonnet babies are reproductions of antique postcards that were popular at the turn of the century. And this is from 1970 something. It got tore off. Somebody looks like tore the price tag off. But so this is from the 70s, representing, you know, probably from the 20s, 50 years earlier. So I think it's funny that it's 50 years and 50 years later. So yeah, and that was 99 cents for that one. I just thought it was a darling print. All right, this one's my favorite, but I'm going to wait to show you this one. There's this one. Some great children's prints. So it's two children, two boys, it looks like, pulling at the parents' covers, trying to get them up out of bed. Probably hungry for breakfast, do you think? I think so. I just thought that was darling. So that one was $3. This one, wonderful mid-century frame and a nice little mid-century graphic. Let me peel this sticker off here first before I show it to you, because that really obliterates the picture. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look at that frame. That's just so mid-century modern. And then the little girl with the bird is very precious. This one was $2. Love it. Absolutely love that. So again, these smaller ones I'll put all down at the Pink Elephant. Unless one of you guys are interested, send me an email and you know, I can list it on eBay, but otherwise I plan on selling them down at the Pink Elephant. This one is called, oh, I forgot the name of this picture. It doesn't say on the back, but the original is in the Louvre in Paris. I think it's like Thankful or Grateful, one of those two, can't remember exactly for sure. This one was $3. Beautiful little gold gilt frame. Love the fleur-de-lis on the back, the paper, and there's a little label. Made in Italy. So this is an Italian piece, and it looks like it was $24.95 at one point. So that's kind of cool. And this one is awesome. This one is actually a photograph. What I pay for this? $2. Look at that. Isn't that just a wonderful picture? And the frame's really cool too. It's a nice vintage frame. But I love that picture. And it's a smiling child. How many times do you see smiling children from this age? Not too often. And then I also found, I saw this sitting on the shelf and I'm like, what in the world is that? And then I realized it's the world's tiniest mirror almost. Look at that little tiny mirror. I told the cashier, I said, this is when you just need to see one eyeball to check your makeup. This one I paid $1.99 for too, but this is what I think is hilarious. Portraits, custom framing, and then it's got the person's name on the bottom. They actually were able to put their label on the back So somebody was very proud of this little tiny mirror. So I just thought that was awesome. Okay, so here's my absolute favorite, and it was actually the first one I picked up. For $2, I got this one. Look at that. Look at the boy's expression. And obviously he's picking up eggs, and they're all breaking on him. And he's just, I don't know if he's disgusted, he's unhappy. He just has that look on his face, doesn't he? I love it. What a wonderful picture. So, yeah, for $2, definitely picking him up. So anyway, that's our little thrift store haul. I had fun. It was a great time. A lot of great stuff. And even just, I don't remember exactly what I paid for all of this, but I think it was like around $20 all total, if I remember right. So yeah, to easily get my money back very quickly. But thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you next time.